Hello everyone, and welcome to the World Series of Board Gaming's news update for April. This is a big one. I mean, it's always a big one. Of course it's a big one. I'm excited to talk about the news. Here I'm going to give you a little bit more from the base newsletter, talk about what's been going on behind the scenes, what I personally have been up to and what the rest of the team have been up to. And then also at the end, we're going to draw a winner for our Ark Nova contest. If you didn't check out our interview with Matthias Viga over on this channel, as part of our WSBG designer series, well, go check it out because it's a good one, and we hope to see him in Vegas along with some other special guests who we're going to talk about a little bit in this newsletter as we reveal the lineup of people who you could potentially play with in the open gaming area, play against in the tournament setting, and just have a jolly dang good time. But if you are interested in attending the WSBG for free, that's right. Well, we have another regional qualifier happening. That's #1 on the agenda, and I am very excited to talk about it. This is the Haven. The Haven is hosting a WSBG regional qualifier tournament July 6th to the 8th. Attend Haven's 2-day event. Well, really, it's a 3-day. That's over in Parker, South Dakota. You can tell that I live in Canada because I almost said San Diego, which is not a state, but you know. And sign up for the WSBG qualifier and you can win a free stay and play ticket. First place will receive a quadruple ring game to WSBG and a hotel stay at the Horseshoe, a $1,100 value. But second place, you can receive your free ticket, free entry into next year's competition. And then third place, you can get a $10 gift card to attend the Haven. And honestly, if you go check out the Haven's website, let's switch the view here. This just looks fantastic. I'm excited just looking at it. It's only a 3-round event. There's only going to be one table, and then you can move on to the semifinals if you win, and then on to the finals, again in that mock tournament set in the style of WSBG. If you live near South Dakota, absolutely go check this out because A, you could win your ticket, and B, you could just get practice for the event. And like any of our regional qualifiers, whatever you spend on the ticket, it's $20 entry for one entry, or $50 if you want to hit 4 entries, very similar to what we did in Dice Tower West. Whatever you spend on that ticket, you will get that off your WSBG ticket as well. We'll send you a code after you've participated and say, hey, if you're purchasing a ticket, you get that off the ticket. So it's a 0 risk for you to go out and try your hand and practice for the event and get excited and get ready to meet us in Vegas. They're also going to have their own little outer ring events too, very similar to what we're doing in Vegas. They're mirroring our tournament so well, and I'm just so excited for the Haven. It looks like an awesome game store. If you live in South Dakota or close to it, Parker, South Dakota, go check this place out. Seriously, it's going to be a good time. Also, talking about special guests, we've got another announcement of VIPs attending. Last newsletter, we focused on the Dice Tower. This newsletter, the Dice Tower's out of here. We're getting everybody together. We're getting the Dream Team. We got Paula Deming from Things Get Dicey. We got Ruel Gaviola, who writes for Geek and Sundry on the Tabletop Live network as well. Also doing the R&R show with me sometimes over on Rahdo's channel. We got Mick and Starla from Our Family Plays Games. They were on Good Morning America being a board game ambassador. We just want to get everybody to come to this event and have as many commentators as possible, making the event feel as lively as possible, and really keep pushing forward in our movement to make board gaming onto the world stage. That's what we are all about here at World Series of Board Gaming. We're going to get board gaming in the limelight, and we're leaning on some of the best and the brightest in the hobby board gaming media realm to help get us there. If you haven't seen, Paula's been doing sort of a monthly series on strategy tips that are both funny and insightful. I was expecting it just to be funny, but there are actually some good tips in there. Go check that out over on her channel. That's been pretty funny. So yeah, we've got more VIP announcements happening. As soon as they sign their contracts and say, yes, I'm coming, then I can announce them to all of you. But like we talked about too, special guests might include some designers. I'm working on getting multiple designers there as well, who you can meet in the vendor hall area, chat with, sign a game, maybe even play against. Matthias Viga of Ark Nova fame, he wants to come and compete, and I think he's gonna. So that's pretty exciting to see that all sort of line up and get rolling. So if you're a fan of these people and you want to hang out with them, play some games in Open Gaming Area, most of them are going to be playing in Open Gaming Area, come check them out. And then also, if you haven't gotten your ticket yet, take note for 2 reasons, honestly. I'll explain the second one after I go through this. The first 1,000 tournament players to enter, now you have to be a tournament player, can't be a guest, you got to be a tournament player into the actual event. We'll start collecting your WSBG event pins for free. These are going to be collector's items sold later on for like 25 bucks. And if you are interested in collecting, you can get your hands on the pins that'll be from the very first World Series of Board Gaming as a collector's item. You can get those for free instead of purchasing them if you sign up now. And also, I've been telling people who are doing ads to say this as well, because it's true. If you haven't gotten your tickets yet and you are on the fence, the stay and play packages, we're getting close to hitting our block of rooms. There's a lot of rooms that we had to fill, but there's also a lot of staff, a lot of judges, a lot of guests and participants. And so if we run out of rooms, the stay and play price might end up having to go up a little bit because we are beholden to the hotel to tell us what they're charging us, basically. So we have some set. So if you are thinking about coming, it is best to lock this in now before Vegas hotels go up in price. And that's important to consider. And so all of you lovely people who are tuning into this newsletter, well, this is why you tune in. This is where I can spill the secrets and say, listen, the hotel blocks, they are limited. And I want to make sure that you save money. You who's watching this, me do these newsletter updates, I want you to save the money. So if you are on the fence or if you haven't gotten your ticket yet, book it as soon as you can. Don't spend it on that big Kickstarter. Spend it on here and get an awesome experience instead of just a bunch of boxes that aren't going to sit on your shelf. Yeah, these pins look so cool though. I love this too, because it also kind of looks like a curling rock. It says pin collecting and trading can be traced back to the 19th century during curling sports. And I didn't know that, but I'm a curler. So you can bet I'll be getting my hands on one of those 2022 WSBG pins and saying, yeah, I was there. I was there at the inception. So that's kind of cool. And I'm not much of a pin collector guy either myself, but I still think that these are pretty sweet. It's kind of nice having that little memento, right? That's why those little poker chips with the names of the games on them, we're going to have those again at our store to purchase. I think those are cool. It's kind of cool to like have that little token, that little trinket. I've been pushing them for first player markers as well, like exclusive gorgeous first player markers that you can then use in all of your games. Drop in the comments how great an idea that is so everybody can see, everybody on the team can see how right I am. Wouldn't it be great? A WSBG first player marker? Boom. Maybe in the shape of a ring? I don't know. I don't know what the design would be. That's above my pay grade. But yeah, you can see over 300 tournament players have secured their pins for when they arrive, so there still are a lot of spots left. And also, if you do the math, it means your chances of winning are pretty good right now. I'm just saying. Moving along to one of our sponsors, Cape Fear Games has decided to sponsor Wingspan. They stepped up. They said, you know what? We don't need Stonemaier to sponsor it. We can sponsor Wingspan. They're going to sponsor the Wingspan tournament and get us every copy of Wingspan that we need. So again, you don't have to bring your own games. This is awesome of Cape Fear Games. This is their website. You can order games from them. Again, shout out to Cape Fear Games. Located in Wilmington, North Carolina. If you're close by, check them out because they were really good to us in the first year and are being equally great to us this year. Making sure, again, that we have all of those. Also, we have another giveaway, surprise giveaway on this. If you want to win any one of the 16 games of your choice, we're actually looking for testimonials. It's all well and good for me to, shout over and over at the screen of how much I enjoyed myself, even while working a copious amounts of hours and having my hair look like this for the majority of the event. But what matters is the actual opinions of people at the convention, right? Tom Vassell saying it was his #1 convention that he went to last year that wasn't Dice Tower. affiliated, right? All people's recaps who said, you know what, this was actually a really cool environment to play in, and it was relaxing, and it was competitive but not overly competitive, and everybody had a good time both in and out of the tournament hall and the competition. That sort of stuff is meaningful, and that sort of stuff is important for us to be able to spread the word out and make this convention and make this tournament grow as large as it possibly can be, and be that sort of touchstone of board gaming being pushed forward into the world stage space, in that sort of competitive gaming space. And so that's why we're having this little giveaway. If you want to win a board game of your choice, say all you have to do is send us in a testimonial. It can be written. You get like 1 entry. If you have a written quote, it's got to be more than 2 sentences though. You can't just say, I liked it, because while I really like seeing those quotes because I think they're funny, from like an actual describing the event, not as great. I do think they're funny though. And if you wanted to start every written entry with, I liked it, I wouldn't be mad. 2 exclamation marks, please. But only if you mean it. But also, you can send in a little video entry for 5 entries, and that's just, you know, math that gives you the better chance of winning a game. And the video entries are, you know, more helpful for us because it adds personality, and people see that we didn't just make up a bunch of quotes that start with, I liked it, double exclamation mark, inexplicably. So yeah, if you attended 2022, this is great. You can tell us about your favorite part of Vegas 2022. If you haven't attended and you're attending for the first time in 2023, that's okay as well. You can give us a little blurb about why you are excited and what made you pull the trigger. I think that's equally valuable, just to start talking about it and make sure more people in the space hear about what we're doing, because we want to make it grow, right? It's been an ambitious sort of thing, and we need all of your help to really help this take off so that we can keep on giving back and we can raise that prize money out there so that next year and the subsequent years we get to that $100,000 prize. We get a bunch of ESPN and we give away $1 million, right? Poker can do it. Board gaming can do it. We can do it. It starts right now, and it all depends on you giving in a testimonial. That's it. If you don't, well, you know, you'll ruin it for everyone. You won't. I'm just kidding. Maybe I had to cut that joke out because I try to not be as odd on this channel. I try to be more professional here, but maybe not. Maybe I left it in. But seriously, if you have anything to say, we've already gotten a few testimonials in, which is great. And if you want to win a board game of your choice out of the 16, well, hey, maybe there's one that you're looking for that you don't yet have. We will get it to you as soon as we can get it, as soon as it comes into stock, really. And the winner will be announced in the next month's newsletter update. So in May's newsletter update, as always, has to be announced by me saying something specifically, because YouTube, there are sometimes scammers out there and we don't want anybody to get scammed. So unless you hear it from this derpy looking face, well, hope to hear it from this derpy looking face, and then that means you've won. This does end May 3rd, though. So just keep that in mind. That's your deadline. It ends May 3rd. We're going to compile it all. So that gives us enough time to, you know, draw the winner, have a cutoff date. It's always important. And you can enter on any of our platforms, kind of send us a private message, send us a message or whatever. We have our social media content creator taking care of it. This is Renee. This is our other sort of meet the team spotlight. Renee's taken over the social media. She's the one making the memes that I am personally a very big fan of. They at least make me laugh. Of course, we had to get ourselves a Last of Us meme in because that show was so good. Renee is also Canadian and also lives in Toronto. But more importantly, Renee loves any and all worker placement games. She loves abstracts and co-ops. And bonus points is they have beautiful art and a satisfying theme. She's kind of managing that giveaway as well, so send it over to Renee. That's our shout out to her. Just to, you know, put more faces behind the team and see the inner working so that you can know who's actually doing the stuff and that we're not just a faceless void, but we have personalities. One last thing is there's a new feature in the player portal. You can register for a specific session of the Dice Throne Championship. We heard your feedback. People have been trying to register for both ring events and the Dice Throne Championship, which, you know, there are 8 sessions. That's why there's 8 different sessions. And in any of these sessions, you can then move on into the big semifinal and final rounds. And so if you've already purchased a ring tournament event, you can book that session. You can book yourself in. Make sure you choose a time and a date that's not going to interfere with the game that you think you're going to go super far in. And there should be the ability to drop in as well if you happen to get a bad draw and get booted out. But this just gives you the chance to schedule these things in advance and schedule yourself and really map out your schedule as well. We're building out that portal. And so any sort of things or feedback you have on that and requests that you have, absolutely send it our way. We'll do our best to implement all of them to make it the best user-friendly experience as possible. That's what we're about. We want to make it as user-friendly. We want to make it as seamless. We want to make sure you've got your schedule all locked in so that you don't have to worry about the schedule. You can just worry about having fun, playing games, and having a good time. Also known as having fun. And hey, if you don't have time to search and read old newsletters, well, of course, you've always got me. But this is also just to highlight the YouTube channel because we do have that designer series that is going on where you can win prizes. I might try to move that over to the Dice Towers network. I'm not sure. We'll also have a couple sort of few episodes we've got another episode coming out where Brian interviewed 3 of the current 2022 ring winners and how they've been prepping and what they've been getting up to, and they talk a little bit about the event too, so that'll be coming out soon. Our next designer interview is going to be Elizabeth Hargrave with Wingspan. That was pretty good. And then I'm interviewing, Brian and I are interviewing Dr. Reiner Knizia as well next week. So then after those, we'll get Reiner's interview out as well, which I can't wait to talk to him. So many games. Just ridiculous. And he comes from a mathematics background, which I personally am interested in as well. Also, I'm going to be doing some sort of publisher interviews as well. Interviews similar with the designers, especially when we talked to Elizabeth Hargrave. She was mentioning about the publishers and their involvement into the development of the game. And I think that might be cool, is touching base with a few different publishers and talking about their history and talking about how they got into the space and just having interesting conversations with industry experts. Really, that's the goal of the channel. So stay tuned to the channel. It's not just news updates, but those are great because I'm here. And as always, don't forget, you can win $25,000. So worth playing for. That is it pretty much for the update section of the news. However, now it is time to get to the spot that you've all been waiting for. The Ark Nova giveaway. One of you is about to win a copy of Ark Nova, number 4 on Board Game Geek. Let's check out that YouTube comment section. There we go. We see Matthias's shining face. What a lovely person. We're going to get the link. We're going to go over to the YouTube random comment picker, which I have now set up. 101 unique comments, and one of you is about to win a copy of Ark Nova. So let's see who it is. Oh, this is the best. Make sure you go comment on these things because, listen, I like giving away this stuff, but I gotta see the numbers. We have L Fudd. Congratulations. They say, love this series. Well, you know what, El Fudd? We love you here at WSBG, and you have just won yourself a copy of Ark Nova. Send me an email, chris@wsbgvegas.com. And if you didn't win, well, don't worry, because you know what? Next update, we're probably going to be doing 2 giveaways. We're going to be giving away Wingspan, and we're going to be giving away a game of your choice from that testimonial drive. And then come Vegas, you know what we're going to do? We're going to give away $25,000 and $10,000 and $5,000 and $1,000 and a bunch of $200 and a bunch of rings that are valued at like $2,000 so you can wear to game night. And, you know, we gave away a table last time. Maybe we'll do that again. Maybe we won't. Who knows? I guess we're going to have to wait and see. We gave away a couple. And then, you know, a cool bracelet as well. And this time we're going to give away even more money to charity. We got a lot in the can. If you are still on the fence about purchasing your ticket, what are you waiting for? Really? Make sure you do pull the trigger now so that you are not paying later when you decide to do it last minute and then we've run out of rooms in our hotel block. That's your warning. I care about you because you're here on the channel, subscribed and watching the newsletter update. I appreciate you being here. And so I want to return that favor as somebody who never wants people to spend more money than they have to. I still think this is going to be a fun event, and I hope to see you there. So that's it for the news. Stay tuned to the YouTube channel for all the interviews that are upcoming and little segments that we got going on. Let me know if there's anything that you want to see, any people you'd be interested in seeing us interview. If you have any contacts for those people, yeah, let me know. We'll see if we can work it into the schedule. I'd love to make that happen. Thank you, everybody, for watching. My name's Chris George, and you know what? As we say here at WSBG Vegas, get in the game. I think that's our tagline. I don't know. We'll see you in Vegas.